Hi, everyone. This is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World, on Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. Alright, so the major headlines. Ukrainians doubt a Russian invasion is imminent as U.S. peace groups urge Biden to halt escalation. I agree with that. And Germany refuses to send arms to Ukraine despite pressure from the U.S. and NATO. Well, we need to know more about that. And it's not about security. Belgian peace activist says NATO has outlived its purpose. Okay, what is that's yes. Okay. Uh because we need more different. We have cyber threats now. We have all kinds of things. Alright. Now, what are some of the minor headlines? Headlines. US and Russia clash over Ukraine at UN Security Council. Okay. China struggles to stamp out coronavirus outbreaks ahead of the Beijing Winter Olympics. Hope everybody will be safe. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tests positive for coronavirus. Hope he doesn't survive because he's been very, very um, evil, unfair, cruel to his indigenous peoples and and wildlife. Okay. Now, Pfizer vaccine could be made available to U.S. children under 5 by March. Okay, I don't know about that. Trump sought to seize voting machines in swing states. He lost to Biden. Okay. So he had people looking into that, seizing voting machines. He had Rudy Giuliani, another bright light, um, check into if he could seize voting machines. And then uh, we can change the votes. Okay, now, Atlanta area prosecutor asks FBI for protection after Trump urges followers to protest. I hope everybody will be safe. I think we have to put Trump in jail. He's inciting people to violence. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis accuses Democrats of smears over Nazi rallies. Okay. Now, Republican Governor Ron DeSantis lashed out at people who called on him to condemn a series of Nazi demonstrations over the weekend near Orlando. DeSantis accused Democrats of trying to smear him as if he had something to do with the rallies. His remarks came after his press secretary deleted a tweet suggesting the protesters were not real Nazis and questioning whether they were Democrats in disguise. That's very nice. It's very terrible because Florida has a lot of retirees from the East, and they're Hebrews. That definitely does not go over well with them. So hopefully he will lose the election and hopefully he'll go to jail. Meanwhile, police in Chicago have arrested a suspect in a string of apparent hate crimes targeting the Jewish community. The windows of two Jewish-owned Chicago businesses were smashed Saturday, while on Sunday a synagogue and Jewish school were vandalized with swastika images and anti-Semitic graffiti. That's very unfortunate. However, I don't see um, Jewish groups speaking out about the way that Israel treats the Palestinians. Uh, you can't have it both ways. Palestinians have their houses demolished, their crops murdered, their animals murdered, and sometimes the individuals murdered as well. So you can't have it both ways. So wake up. Okay. Now, Amnesty report finds Israel guilty of the crime of apartheid against Palestinians. I agree with that. Uh, have a new report coming out. Apartheid against Palestinians. And we have Israeli officials that demanded Amnesty International not release the report, calling its findings false, biased, and anti-Semitic. Well, but you, Israel, go ahead with trying to destroy all the Palestinians and get them out. So you you can't hide from what you've done, from your sins. Okay. Yeah. Palestinians have no rights. They lose their property. They lose their crops. They lose their animals. They have very little freedom of movement. So, Israel is guilty of apartheid. Alright, now, 3 Israeli officers disciplined over killing of Omar Assad, but they won't face criminal charges. 3 Israeli military officials are being disciplined over their involvement in the January death of a 78-year-old Palestinian-American man in the West Bank. 2 were removed from their positions and the 3rd will be formally censured. None have been criminally charged. Omar Assad died of a stress-induced heart attack after being bound and gagged and held in a cold construction site by the Israeli soldiers who detained Assad at a checkpoint while he drove home. I hope that those 3 Israeli military officers will be prosecuted, charged with murder. Okay. And I hope the man who's killed will rest in peace. Okay. Now, Biden administration to expel some Venezuelan asylum seekers to Colombia. Okay, why to Colombia? Using Trump-era so-called public health policy Title 42, which allows U.S. immigration officials to remove asylum seekers without due process during the pandemic. Okay. So I hope they will, if they're going to Colombia, I hope that's where they're from. Asylum is asylum. You're ruining asylum. Roberto Toledo assassinated, becoming the 4th Mexican journalist murdered in 2022. What's happening in Mexico? Who are the people who are so against journalists, who are so against people learning the truth? Okay. Now, a Burmese junta extends state of emergency on first anniversary of the military coup. That's wonderful. Burma used to be a British colony, and the British gave them freedom, but turned it over to the military. And the military, for 50 years, and the military took back the power. And they're very, very violent to the Burmese people. They especially don't like... Burma, I think, is a... not a Hindu nation. They're a... well, anyway, they're not Muslim, and they're very, very cruel and violent to the Rohingya, which are a Muslim group in Burma. Okay, torrential rains bring landslides and flooding to Brazil and Ecuador. Ugh, what a mess. Because climate change. Okay, Biden to reverse Trump's rollback of rules on toxic mercury emissions. Good, thank you. We really need to not have toxic pollutants from coal-fired and oil-fired power plants. Thank you, President Biden. Now, court rules Arizona utility violated antitrust law by overcharging customers with solar panels. Yeah, the Arizona utility doesn't want the competition from solar. So that's good that they were charged. Then hopefully people will get the refunds that they should have. Okay. Starbucks union organizing spreads to 54 states and 19 states. Starbucks union organizing spreads to 54 stores in 19 states. Good luck. Single-payer healthcare bill dies in California Assembly. Ah, that's great. Alright. So that's some of the news. Alright. Now, it's a lot of news for today. How about a little music? Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way, won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, head is turning around, I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Sounds of laughter everywhere, and the dancing girls swing to and fro. I declare my heart is there, though I've been from Maine to Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way, won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Okay, that's two verses of Jamaica Farewell, very old song. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Tuesday, February 1st, 2022, for another meeting of Caroline Speaks State of the World. I hope you join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, take care of yourself and others. When the vaccine is available for you to say if you take it, I would take it. I had mine May 27th. I have to now look around for a booster. Okay, now, take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.